Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the losers bracket final of the PEL League, Pro Esports League. And today, again, I've got my boy, Mr. Trout, with me. Welcome, Trout.
Yo, thank you for having me. It is a blast to be back on the mic with you. We had a nice long weekend break.
We have.
We had fantastic COD, cost by Mystic Bash before, so boy, oh boy, do we have a game for you today. And we were talking about it a bit earlier, but bring us into it. What can we expect today? What's happening?
Well, we have Spartan versus Ascend. Ascend, if you just missed it on Bash's stream, it went to map 5 and Ascend beat Astra 3-2. Very close. Astra had an exceptional first hard point, and then slowly but surely things fell apart for them, and Ascend just picked it up, and they made the mistakes of Astra count against them.
Oh, absolutely. They played at a stage. I mean, now we've got a bit of a storyline developing here because it's coach against his old team. I mean, that's already a talking point.
Yeah.
But I suppose everyone wrote off Ascent in that Astra game. I mean, at the end there, it was like, oh, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be seeing an Astra Spartan losers final, and then it would take it out as it comes. But that fire that really woke up after there was a couple of resets in the game, as per usual with Call of Duty. When the resets came through, after that third or fourth reset in that S&D, it was like the Ascent team, like a demon woke up inside them. They just came out and played out of their skin completely, got the clutch up, and then Astra brought it back in that hard point. And then we were like, oh, now they've really lost all momentum, and they just changed it all back together. So, I mean, fantastic Call of Duty being played out of the boys at Ascent. I mean, I'm really, really surprised and impressed. Like, kudos to them. Hats off, you guys are playing out of your skin at the moment. And I think you're going to bring it to the Spartan team. What are you feeling?
They're definitely going to. And if we look at the rosters, we're just going to go through them quickly. For the side of Spartan, Heroes, Mickey beats the core 3 of that team. And then Vitals yet again stepping in for Frosty, as Frosty is still away on holiday. He's back on Sunday this week. And then if we're looking at Ascend, like you just mentioned, Coach is on the other side, and he wants revenge against the team that just dropped him. But then a big change coming in there. We see Theo in your screen there, but Theo's down with a cold. I don't know if he's okay or whatnot, but he's not playing. So they got the sub of GHC Left Cities. So Ollie's in here, and Ollie's going to pick up for them.
Yeah, so it seems like both teams are playing with a pickup, so I suppose it's not a true head-to-head, but it is as good as it's going to get. And I mean, those players that are filling, you might as well, it's like chalk and cheese, right? They are just the top-tier players, and they're going to be filling in perfectly. So I think we still have an even battle on our hands here. And I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Who do you think is going to win?
Well, I'm backing the boys. If it's not a 3-0, it's at least a 3-1. I'm looking for them to come with a hit. And just looking at the first map, Bowcage, Hardpoint, first map up. So we know how that map plays, and boy, is it chaotic.
Oh, jeez, I'll say. But like you said, the spawns, this is the... I heard you complain about it earlier in previous casts, that it has the worst spawns that you've played in a hardpoint, and I must agree, especially when you get caught in that P3, when you get set up. I don't know how to explain it. It's when the enemy team sets up on behind the tanks, and they just keep you spawning in jungle, and you can't get out. It's my favorite thing about this game at the moment. There's a lot of favorite things about this game. But yeah, so it is really, really going to be a close one, seeing as there are 2 pickups being had. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it's going to be close.
It is.
I think Spartan is going to come out on top, but I definitely don't see it being a 3-0. I think we're going to be here for at least a 3-1, potentially a game 5.
More Call of Duty. I'm never going to say no, but
exactly.
Again, we have problems, so. We have problems again with Call of Duty start glitch, but I'm going to put in a longer match timer. So let me just do that, so we don't have those problems. Team game pre-match timer. Let's put it on 45 seconds, and we can go from there.
Oh, so this brings up a huge point. What is tonight? Tonight is Monday night, right? So Friday, we have the kickoff with the LAN for CDL. That's the big one, right? This is where they're going to set the tone for the whole season, how the broadcast is going to be, the new overlays, the new theme, because, I mean, we only got to see what the theme was going to be off that kickoff weekend at CDL. Yeah. And now we're going into it, and the game is in its current state. I don't know, man. I'm really worried about it. I think there's a lot of issues here, and that whole thing that they tweeted out, that they were like, we're so sorry, we hear your complaints and everything like that. I just think it's all bogus. It's just so, if they really cared about us and they really wanted to get the game fixed, they would have done it by now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And all of the players, all of the professional players, and people like Hex, all calling them out. They say every year they don't know what they're going to get. It could be a good egg, could be a bad egg, and that's so hard. I mean, I can't even imagine playing at that level if it's so frustrating for us here at this local league that we've got going on. Could you imagine sitting in the pre-game lobby with all of your players and you being paid millions of dollars a year and you can't even play the game you're being paid to play? I don't know. It's frustrating.
It's frustrating, but you and I had a lot to say previously about that in the previous cast, and I still don't know what's going to be done. But let's talk about the future. And GHC announced again that they have their second tournament of the year, 1, 2, 3 weeks ago, and another one is around the corner. So I'm grateful. 10K on the line, and the competitive players are happy.
Yeah, kudos to them, and it's good. It's good exposure it's great exposure. Good way to bring some monetization for the players and everything like that. A little bit upset about the local costs, but what can we do? It's their tournament. They can run it how they want. Anyways, we have just for future reference, everyone in the chat, so that you do get a little bit of a cut of what's coming. There are serious behind the scenes work coming. GHC is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of prize pool, league structure, and everything like that, and lands, and everything like that. There's a lot coming, guys. So there's a lot of opportunity to get the entire community involved, and I'm very excited for that. But nothing to take away from the GHC guys. They're doing a fantastic job. Their admin side, when they're running their tournament, can't take it away from them. They did a great job. A little bit upset about the costers, but like I said, not much we can do.
It is what it is.
Sail it.
Like I said, it is what it is, and this is just another weekend where I'll be sitting back and watching my boys play rather than casting. And I do love casting, and obviously would prefer doing it, but it's okay sitting back. And we have some CDL this weekend. The Kickoff Classic is starting, and maybe we get some sort of clearance of what's going on with Control, what's going on with STGs, that coming back, because I hear the talks of that, because Vital is now banned, so I can't use Vital anymore, and that was the problem why the STG was taken out. But now, there's so many possibilities. We're just going to have to wait for this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'm dying in anticipation to see Control and how it's going to play out in these games. I'm pretty sure they're only going to be playing the big maps. I'm pretty sure it's Berlin and Gavucha at the moment that are being played on Control. Seems that the spawns are all right.
Yeah.
I'll never say good. I don't think any map here, the spawns are good, or just the system they're using. But I think it's going to be a fantastic weekend. And then the weekend after that, it's going to be, well, not the weekend after that, it's going to be a little bit longer. But then the boys at GigHub will be hosting the tournament. And then after that, I'm pretty sure there's some other ones coming. Don't know 100%, but there are big things coming. Anyways, we're jumping into map number 1, Bow Cage.
Yeah.
Hardpoint.
Bow Cage, we go. Now let's go to this then. And we're going to have a long pre-match timer so people can join back up. So I have no idea who I'm on board with just now. As I can see, as I do that, the stream just completely dropped. Your stream is experiencing issues for some reason. I don't know if it's still that case, but if it was, I think we are back and ready to go. But again, we have Spartan versus Ascend, especially Coach, back for vengeance against the Spartan team. And believe me, he wants that dub.
Oh, I can believe it. If anyone out there is out for blood, it's going to be him, so let's see what he can do. And who else better to start with than on Coach himself, as he's going to be flying on into this P number 1.
Yeah, let's see what Coach does is with this beautiful automaton. This thing is an absolute beam as he sees Vitals. And a perfect start as it gets that first one. Riti comes up with the second one. And just trades coming in.
It seems like there's a bit of lag on this side, but I think it's simply because you're also streaming to me here in Discord. So I think after this game, we're going to I'll just jump and load in. Sorry, everyone in chat. It's we're trying something different here. We're trying to get it observer based as possible, so that we all are looking at one POV. But I think it's a bit much at the moment. Anyways, looks like the first bit of time is going the way of Ascent, which is great to see. And as I said, the 3 go down and Spartan bullies their way into the hill.
Yeah, they do just that, but it is still in the hands of Ascendia. But look at play number 5 and 7. They're the important people. They making sure that rotation is gonna come in. Mickey just making sure that everything is taken care of in the stream area, but or river as they may call it. But again, the players go down. It's just trades at the moment, not real time coming in from both teams.
So this P2 is normally quite the battle, and I do like what the boys over at Spartan did is they managed to flip out the spawns, get those close spawns secured, and they're able to fly into the hill, but it doesn't matter. With Trizzy and Ritty going back to back there, and Ritty finds 3, goodness gracious, as he simply clears everyone out and secures the hill as they're going to be taking a bit of a lead now.
Yeah, they're taking a bit of a lead now, and yeah, Bucks, I hear you loud and clear. I don't know why everything is in plain words saying shitting the bed, but we keep on going, and I'll probably fix it for the next map and see what we can do there. But again, it is the lead of Ascend at the moment, and they even have the spawn set out. Nope. Beats has something to say about that as he takes down 2 players, and our coach, AR versus AR coach, comes out on top, and he makes sure that his team has that spawn.
Well, pretty much neck and neck here as we're going on to this P3. Set up on the hill is going to be the boys over at Ascent, but as I said, that they get cleared out by Vitals, Beats, and Mickey going back to back to back. And last one on the hill now is eventually taken out as Beats swips his pistol, gets a quick pistol whip out, and now 3 players from Spartan flooding the hill and just holding it down. This is the spawn trap I was talking about. If they can set it up here, it's going to be quite nasty.
Yeah, if they can, but the question is, how does this side of Ascend going to counter that? As Mickey finds one, his teammate Beats finds another. Riti comes out on top in that gunfight, but Beats is still here in kitchen, making sure no one comes through, and they just clear sights, and Beats, beautiful kill there on left cities, as he's now on A plat and looking for even more kills.
He's like, kill feed goes all red there. 4 down now for the side of Ascend as the rotations will be coming through. And just clinical is the side of Spartan as they really woke up here as they managed to get the rotation here. And I mean, Beats is currently 14-4. What can you do against a player like that? Full streaks to his name. He's just absolutely frying.
Yeah, he is, and he even has that that sub in hand, so we'll see what he can do with that. But he gets gunned from behind by Ollie, and it's all left to Euros at the back there with a beautiful bunny hop. Mickey spawning up. Can Mickey just help him maybe? As Euros keeps on fighting, finds another one just below him. If he can maybe clear that out, it's going to be more points for his team as he doesn't clear out Ollie, and Ollie just makes light work of Heroes over there.
Well, now trades on trades on trades on trades, pretty much still neck and neck at this point as Ascend will potentially pick up the scrap times here. 18 seconds, you should be seeing a rotation, so it's going to be a huge one-on-one here between 7 and 3. That is going to be Trizzy and Mickey. If they were, this is an altercation won by Trizzy, so which means rotations will be going the way of Ascend with that slight advantage of scraps.
Indeed, so vital kill coming in over there. And now it's going to be all up to Spartan on how they're going to break this. Beats is at the back. He's probably going to spot coach at the back there. Yes, he does. He gets that kill. Question is, does Spartan now spawn on Beats? And we can still see Beats. Yeah, they do spawn on him. And job number 1 done is getting spawned. Now it's job number 2 is getting the time.
He's like, he did a fantastic job hitting the back there, working the flank, getting the kill, securing the spawns, even killing all the players in the hill while doing that, but then they just got cleared out. It feels like all of that work for nothing as no real time has been secured off of that fantastic play.
Yeah, and 4 goes down now for Spartan. They're going to try and hit back, and it's really just back and forth at the moment, Connor. No one's really pulling away.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, 20 seconds still for the side of Ascend, but like you said, nothing really assertive at this point. Streaks being called in now by Beats, I believe, as finds nothing. But anyways, we will be going to our second set of rotations here. And set up on the hill is going to be Ascend. So they really are looking to assert their dominance now as they've got about a 30-second lead or so. And if they slowly start to chain these two hills together one at a time, they're going to be running away with this game. And it's going to be pretty stressful seeing as though Spartan came out of this with such a weight on their shoulders, because I'm pretty sure they, out of all the teams, they want to go meet Nixa in the finals tomorrow.
Yeah, they really want to. And that, talking about that final, that is taking place tomorrow around 8 p.m. And that you can catch on Connor's stream. Sure to have those links on social media everywhere so you can check what's going on. But again, it is this Ascend team not standing back at all, taking the fight to Spartan as they still ahead and still pushing the lead even further away from Spartan.
We're having some serious technical issues here. Don't you want to quickly end the stream to Discord, and I'll just listen in, and then I'll pick up from the second game.
Okay, yeah, let me do this because I don't know. This isn't working too lekker. We're going to try. I ended the stream. Let's see if it keeps on going. I ended the Discord stream.
Maybe,
So let's just see if we still get that same quality drop. And now it is Spartan hitting that 100-point mark. Left Cities is the only one left alive for his team now. He's 22 and 17, and we know how difficult it is for pickups just to join a squad and try and click as much as possible. But he's literally picking up kills every single way as he takes out Mickey and Beats. And damn, man, this is looking like a very, very well-oiled Ascend.
Absolutely. Well, from what I could see while I was in, looked great. Look, I'm trying to decode what's going on here. Are you sure that your ISP isn't having a bad day?
I have no clue. It is most likely possible. I've no idea if it's still making that the same problem. I did in the stream on my side. Everything looks green now. It looks way better than before. But we're looking at the spawns again, and Trizzy is playing a very, very sneaky role. Unfortunately, that trigger discipline is not favoring him this time around, as Beats is now on the hunt. Player number 6, I can just follow him, and now he's going to be met by 2 players. Finds less cities, but Trizzy playing Creddy as all hell, and he does come out on top. 156, 126 to Ascend, still going in it. The kill feed is just all red now for Spartan. Can they keep on going? And they say the stream is a lot better. Okay, so we know that was the fault. That is fine. So we can keep on going. Beach 27 and 15. He needs to keep on slaying out for his team. They're going to need him to do that. But they need to crawl their way back as they have a 30-point deficit. And they're going to need to pull this through if they want that 3-0.
I'm so sorry to leave you in the dark here that you have to solo cast. It's just for a few seconds longer, but from what I can gather, it looks like it's slowly slipping away from the side of Spartan.
It is, but they're trying to bring it back as much as possible. Players falling left and right for Spartan. As Heroes is now on the hill, but he's the only one there. And now it's going to be Spartan breaking the hill again. And we almost see this every single time. Spartan not getting the rotation down, and Ascend just making light work of literally every single second they can get. Look, 4 down for Spartan, and Ascend probably going to get the last 18 seconds, yeah? And if we're looking at rotation, player number 3, let's jump. Lost connection to host. So there that goes. Was a brilliant game up until then. I don't know if a lobby glitched for them as well. But, yeah, I think that is map number 1 from our side.
It's this game is unbelievable.
I don't believe it.
I'm so sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. These are things truly out of our control. I don't know what to say. Anyways, talking points from that, we'll have to wait and see what the result is from the people over in the game itself. But what were you feeling towards the end of that game, or midway through the game?
Well, I was surprised how Ascend came out of it, right? They playing with their pickup, and the whole team is basically pickups at this stage, as Josh isn't confirmed on their team, and it is Left Cities that picked up from GHC onto their team now. So it's a whole different type of team, and it doesn't feel like Spartan had any read on them, and they had such a good lead. Spartan barely had any answer for them.
Yeah, no, well, at the start they looked pretty good. The side of Spartan, at least they managed to pick up a quick few kills and clear out. But the thing is, like, there was a good example of it where it just felt like Spartan is doing all the work, they're doing the right plays, but nothing's really coming from it, right? So it's like it's all of this effort just for it to not mean anything, seeing as though it came out that they got around the back, that 1-on-1 against Ritty and Coach, won by Ritty, spawn secured, or everyone in and around the hill killed, but still no one was in the hill. It was maybe for 2 seconds before the side of Ascent just bullied their way back on, secured the rest of the time anyway. So so I think that there's a bit to go back onto the drawing board there, as once you got the execution, you got to hold it through, right? So it's almost like, wow, it works so well, and then what? You know what I mean? It's like that's never happened before. That kind of weird feeling, if that makes sense. Yeah,
no, I totally agree with you. And the question is, did they time out as well? and I'm trying to see from their side, but it looks like they're still in that hard point bow cage. If I can find that scoreline, I can read it out for you, but I don't see any messages on the group just yet, so I think they're still playing. Damn it, it was so close in that hard point. I wonder who comes out on top. Are we going to take a bold prediction and say who's going to come out on top on that bow cage?
Well, I think at the way it was going, I'm going to go with Ascend, and that's going to really set the. If it was Ascend that came out on top, it's going to set the tone for the game. Right
Yeah.
now, they really got the underdog story going well. They won the previous game after being written off. They've made it this far after being written off, especially seeing as they've been like a pickup team, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, and they are playing as a pickup team as we speak. But if they keep it going now, they've got the fire, right? So they can maybe, if it's a reverse 3-0 and Ascend, and we see Ascend in the grand finals tomorrow, I think that's going to be one of the bigger upsets that we've seen in COD today for a while, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a big upset, because I know Nixa and Spartan wants to get each other yet again. It might not be the full team of Spartan they're going to get, but we're talking about the future, and Spartan has their work cut out for them. They're still busy in this hard point. I don't see any changes happening just yet in my friends list.
Well, it's obviously a nail biter then, and I'm so sorry that we're not in there, chat. It's just the game tends to do that. Anyway, what's chat's predictions? We've been talking fantastically between each other, but I'd love to know what the boys over in chat are feeling. What are you guys thinking from what we've seen for the first half of game 1?
Yeah, Sheldon, Rohil, Bucks, Butters, Groenie, what do you guys think? Civil Switch, Eddie, what do you guys think? Who's going to come out on top on that hard point? Let's see what happened there. Oh, okay, and Ascend won that first hard point.
Oh, well, shocker, indeed. So there's the momentum that they're going to be riding from that previous game. Oh, we didn't talk about this. It seems that Ascend sort of had a 5-map warm-up, and Spartan was going in cold. Do you think we're going to see them liven up now in this S&D where they start getting their gunny back on because they've had a few reps now in the hard point? Or do you think it's just now the time for Ascend to really just snowball this momentum and quickly steal one out from underneath Spartan?
Well, Ascend just needs to keep going, to be honest. They're going to need to keep going and build on what they just did and take a hard point off Spartan. Unfortunately, I couldn't catch that gameplay, but Left is coming into the chat saying, can't believe I dropped a 50 with the SMG and no one saw it. Well, we still have a lot to watch. This year has barely started, and we're going to catch way more 50s from you, I guess. And I do hope so, because I love seeing 50 bombs. But that was Bowcage, and now we're moving to Tuscan. Tuscan Search and Destroy. Following that will be Tuscan Hardpoint, then another Berlin Hardpoint, and then ending it off with a Bowcage SND. So we're starting with a Bowcage, and we're ending with one.
Well, if we run the distance, well, at the way it's going here, looking at the score that Ritty so kindly put into the chat, 250 to 228. It's a close game, right? 22 points. It doesn't get much closer than that. So it's going to be fantastic. And I really think that there's a strong possibility that we're running the distance here, especially if Ollie is dropping 50. So, yeah, I think we got a game on our hands here. It's just too bad that we we got the typical Call of Duty treatment. Anyway,
it is. And I'm trying to find who to join on now. I'm not sure who, but I'm just going through the players to see what is happening. But definitely a shocker, map number 1 for Ascend taking it.
Well, maybe not a shocker, but I think that we're working on an upset here. But I think now the onus is really on them to keep it up. Absolutely.
No, it is. Question we're asking: can Spartan hit back? It's a search and destroy, and if Ascend goes 2-0 up, damn son. I'm going to have to eat my words on what I said as Spartan, maybe taking this 3-1. But if they take the search and destroy, then I don't know what to say or what to do.
I just want to see something here. Who is Team 1 so I get my things
so
correct
Team
here.
1, so Blue
Ascend
so Ascend should be Team 1 on the broadcaster.
Yeah. Well, they also got that backwards. Anyways, it seems like we have fixed it, and we're going to Tuscan S&D. Man, we've been seeing a lot of Tuscan S&D recently, and I think it is going to be a good one, to say the least. I'm pretty sure they started. It looked like we started there for a second.
It looked like a start. No lobby glitch this time around, so thank you for that. Can we now get this search and destroy underway on Tuscan? Let's just talk about Josh's point of view. Coach, he just came out with a W against his ex-team. He must be feeling good.
Oh, well, going into this S&D, if they can ride that and keep on picking up those first bloods. I mean, this map is like, I feel like out of all the S&D maps that we've watched, Tuscan, if you get that first pick and you get the bomb down, most likely on A, I'm yet to see a B, unless it's in an in-game decision. I haven't seen a playbook or an actual strat to try to get the bomb over to B, simply because you have to cross so much ground to get to it from attacker spawn.
Okay, looks like it was a lobby glitch.
Usual. But going back to what we said, I think if those AR players can really find those first pick, maybe across top apps into top church or something, or in graveyard side, I'm not sure. But those first picks and get that side control, I think it's gonna be, that's how you win this game of S&D, especially against two teams that are so evenly matched.
Yeah. No, indeed.
Let me just quickly edit that for you. 1 second.
Yeah, please just edit that for me so we can get that ready.
The game is broken.
And Caden just telling us the game is broken. And yes, we do know that it is very broken. And hopefully we can get it set. I don't know how they're going to play this weekend with so many things broken.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's crazy.
You can join on me quickly.
Right, we'll do. Command should be up and ready to go now, everybody.
There we go. That looks right. That should go. Who do you? Well, I didn't even ask you. Who do you support in the CDL, Chad?
I'll be honest with you. Ever since I was a small child, and I'm old, chat. I'm turning a whole 24 this year. So I've been watching games since a very small person. And I've always been an Optic fan, man, and I've followed them wherever they went. So I grew up watching the Scumps and the Nade Shots and everyone like that. So I have that soft spot in my heart. It was either them or FaZe, so those are probably my top two picks at the moment. But I followed Optic as they were through Optic in their bad times in the start of CDL, and then not CDL. In Black Ops 4 when they went through that really bad dip, and then when they changed over to Huntsman and Hex, that's pretty much who I followed them. So I followed the players, maybe not the org, but when they came back to Optic, it was great. And then my favorite thing was the shitstorm that was on social media when they changed back from Huntsman to Optic Chicago. And did you see how many people had tattoos?
Oh yeah,
of the Chicago Huntsman? People are crazy.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is crazy. But I echo what you said. Being an Optic fan from the start. I hope Optic comes out firing this year. They need some W's, man. And so hopefully they get them. I see Clark is all phase up. Listen here, you're the reigning champ, so phase up, baby. But phase up, you can do it too.
Yeah. Oh, that's a classic. That is a classic. Oh, people keep lagging out. Goodness gracious. I'm so sorry, chat. It is not our fault. This game just takes forever to get into it. But yeah, phase is where it's at. And I think that this actually might be the year where the phase dynasty, or it has been for the past, I think, 2 years now, it's going to be dethroned. I really think. I really, you know what's funny to me is how Dallas Empire sort of snuck in towards the end of the last season, and they're they were going to come claim a second one. I don't know. The only time I haven't disliked Crim6 was when he was on Optic, but other than that, he is a real dog. I just don't like it. I really don't like his persona. He's not a lacquer oak.
He's not a lacquer oak. But listen, 3-time world champ, so he's doing something right, and he's playing with Claysto as well.
You don't have to be nice to be good at Call of Duty. I mean, you see that in this scene. I just think he's a real giant. There's a swift South African word that works well for him, but we will not be saying it on stream. Anyways, jumping into this S&D here, and again, A side being favored by the side of Ascend.
Yeah, look how the control was taken, and Coach finds that first blood. Player number 7 is Mickey. He's going to be on that rotation, seeing if he can find maybe a way through. Player number 5 is going to be taken out, and damn, it is Ascend finding all the bloods possible as 3 go down. Beats is the only one left alive, and he's most likely going to be taken out, and Josh gets the first kill and the second kill, and that's the first round on the board for Ascend.
Yeah, you got the first kill and the last one of that run, like you just said. And how I said, you start off the game with the first blood, get control of the A side, put the bomb down, and who wins the round? The side that got the first blood. So clinical play happening there. I don't even think they lost one. No, they lost one player towards the end.
Yeah.
Just in that 1v3, they almost saved up by there by Beats, but unfortunately was not to be. Anyways, let's see if the people over at Spartan can do a quick carbon copy and get the bomb down quickly on A.
Yeah. Let's see if they're doing the same thing. Player number 5 is Heroes. He's going to try and run through, but he gets shut down by Trizzy. Trizzy with a beautiful read, and Coach just cooking a nade of his. Mickey finds one. Trizzy finds another one, but look at player number 4. He is on the hunt, and that's Left Cities. The GHE player finds 2, and he makes easy work of Spartan, and damn, that was very, very quick rounds.
Yeah, these guys are running through them. It's like I said, so this is the momentum I'm talking about. They find that first blood like they do, and then they just quickly take map control from there. The moment you have that player advantage, you can really fan out on this map. Someone working the flank, but if you have someone like Ollie or Levsties just like trying to hold off the flank and find those rotational kills, and he finds 2 quickly like that, what can you do in the round? I mean, all of a sudden it's a 2v3 and then a 1v3, so you really are getting cut down. As Trizzy has been the only person who's died on the side of Ascent, and he's died both rounds. Unlucky. Very,
very unlucky, but we can see Ollie going top, broken. He's looking for Beats, and he might just see him. But Mickey again with his routes as Left said he's just waiting patiently. It's like he knows he's there, child.
Yeah, well, he's got the sixth sense of cold experience. He's going to get the timing now. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Well, set of altercations going on the other side of the map.
Oh, Mickey!
Woo!
Mickey, such an important kill as he come out on top on that gunfight, but he's now going to be taken out, and it's a 2v2 situation. Josh gets taken out, and it's all up to Trizzy. Trizzy in the preferred position 2B as bomb gets planted now, or defused. He's going to try a different angle, going through mid. Is Vitals going to pick him up? Vitals does, and the defuse comes in. Damn, that round could have been so different.
I think it was an interesting route that Trizzy decided to run in the end there, seeing as though the player was already on the bomb. I suppose he couldn't have heard it from that range, but what the heck? Anyways, that was a bit crazy. But yeah, having said that, that's the faith that you have in your players there. One player hops the bomb, the other one's just going to be covering over you, and they did a fantastic job of that. And Spartan finds their first round in this S&D.
Yeah, they get their first round, and I'm going to jump on board with the IGL of Spartan, and that is Heroes. He's 0-3, not the situation that he wants to be in. And we can see he takes bomb, and he's going to go right through mid yet again. He's going to be met with Drizzle. Drizzle coming out on top, and that is another guy that is back for vengeance, as he was dropped from the motion team as well. So these guys definitely have it out for every single team they're going to play.
Well, I mean, there's nothing quite like an underdog story, like you said. But as we were chatting about that, it seems like the score has been even up at 3 apiece, or players rather. And interesting altercation to come around the back here as Coach and Mickey have a 1-on-1, and Coach comes out on top. So now it's going to be a 3v2. Bomb is down, and it's being like guarded by a bunch of Dobermans, as they know that the people over at Spartan are in a bit of a tricky spot if they have to go find this bomb now.
They are indeed, and they're going to get some beautiful timing here as they spot Josh, but have they spotted Riti? I don't think so, and now it's Beats versus Trizzy, the old teammates. Who's going to come out on top as Trizzy plays a nice steady angle, and he does come out on top as it's now reading 3-1 to Ascend.
He's like, yo, these rounds are slowly creeping away from Spartan. Having said that was a 1 versus 1, and it could have gone any way. But it was Trizzy that made the lucky timing there, or got blessed by the lucky timing, and finds that important kill and secures the round now 3-1. And I tell you what, chat, if I see one B plant that is coming as actively going towards B, I'll untie my hair for the rest of the stream.
Well, let's hope they go B, as Heroes is chucking a nade over and a stun, I think that was, just to see where the players are going. But this looks like another definite A plant. Bomb going down already. Player number 7 is Mickey, going through mid spots 1. Is he going to read Left Cities here as well? He does, as 3 go down for Ascend, and it's only Coach left.
Well, the bomb plant wasn't actually finished there, so the bomb is in a pretty awkward situation. And Coach finds himself in a 1v4. If he gets this one off, it's going to be something to write home about it. As I say that, he peaks at the perfectly wrong time and gets cut down by Beats. And now 3-2. To the side of Spartan still.
Yeah, Spartan slowly but surely crawling their way back, but again, Mickey coming up huge. He knows where Left City's played and he knows where he got killed. And now he's trying to make up for that and make sure he can get that kill over Left Cities every single time. And he's 5-4, and Euros did get his first kill. He's 1-4, so he looks to build on that.
Well, he has picked up the bomb. I suppose it's a bit of a hard one to put onto the bomb carrier, as you are sort of that mule that gets pushed into the front of the line 9 times out of 10 as he pushes on up here. But Ritty trying to see if he can't be aggressive on the other end as well.
Yeah, Ritty trying to play a very, very credible angle. Euros does get that kill, so that's first blood to Spartan now. Can they capitalize on that? And I did hear a sniper. If I jump on board with Left Cities, the sniper is in his hands.
Well, while we were looking for that, it looks like Trizzy has managed to absolutely slip the net, but beats reads it, but means nothing as he gets gunned! Goodness gracious, the trade! That's the first trade I've seen on stream, as Trizzy finds a quick 2-piece, but loses his life for it, as it's going to be a 2 versus 2 as Heroes and Vitals take on Coach and Left Cities.
Oh, Left Cities
make it just Vitals.
Oh, Vitals, that spot coach beneath him. He does get the shots on. It is Vitals versus Left Cities. He does spot him and Vitals comes out on top. And it's probably not the weapon you want if you're Left Cities with a sniper in a 1v1.
Well, I don't know. We've seen some pretty disgusting things with the sniper on this map. Flashback to Groovy with that 1 versus 2. But anyways, was not to be, as the slow peak didn't quite work out for Oli on that side, as Spartan have found a little bit of momentum here and even up the score 3 apiece.
They have found that momentum, you're right, but we're going to jump on board with Ritty here. He's the bomb planter, or no, he's not this time around. You can see his OBJ, there's a number 2 next to his name, and it looks like a B push here from Ritty, or not, he's going through well.
Well, someone managed to slip the net. That's going to be Heroes. Fantastic job there as Beats helps him out as they find a quick 2-piece, make it a double for Beats, and all of a sudden Ritty left in a 1 versus 4, 1 versus 3 as he finds potentially the first of 3 more.
Yeah, it was a totally different play coming in from Spartan. We saw play number 5, I think that was. Euros just going right through mid and no one really checking it.
Oh, no, that was a bit of a kink in the armor from the side of Ascend there. But I suppose, like you said, they haven't really put many reps in as a pickup team. But now Ritty trying to work this flank, getting some timing. But there is a sniper to contend with, and the whole team descends on him like a bunch of wolves. And finally, Spartan is really chaining it together here. I believe that is their 4th round in a row. And yeah, great job there as they take the lead.
Yeah, they desperately needed to change something because it did look like a very, very strong start for Ascend. But Spartan are getting their way back into this game, and it all comes down to the IGL heroes making different plays. And you can see it is fitting his playstyle right now as he brought it back. He was, 4-0 or 0-4, and now he's 4-5.
Well, I mean, that's when you're making those heads-up plays, getting on 3 as Beats now finds the first blood.
Oh my goodness.
It's good, great stuff here from the side of Spartan as they've really lit that fire at this point as they found quick 2-piece and now it's a 2 versus 4 for Left City and Coach. And to get a defuse, this is a pretty tall order.
Very, very tall order. The question is, Spartan, do they overpush and do they get overconfident? And if they do, this is not the 2 people to do it against. It's the ARs, and Left Cities finds one, and this is a good start for them.
Well, now Coach is just trying to work the flank here to see if he can get some lucky timing. He just spots out Heroes, but I'm not sure if Heroes has a snipe. No, he has picked up that SMG. Go, check your corners, check your
Oh my goodness.
Coach. Oh, that was close. If he wins this, it's going to be a great one. 16 seconds, something has to happen here. It's Left Cities left in a 1 versus 2. 13 seconds to play with. Now Beats is going to check him out. Can't quite find the shots. And Spartan closes it out, pushing this to map point. 5-4.
Yeah, map point at 5-4. I think it reads 5-3. I think it reads
5-3. Sorry, my bad. That's just
I just wanted to say, am I a map behind or something? But yeah, it is 5-3 now, and Spartan looks to clean this up and now tie the series. And if they didn't, and this was 2-0 to Ascend, then damn, man, Spartan, I don't know where they would have find the energy or whatever they need to keep on pushing.
Well, yeah, but I think this is a real test of team here, seeing as though where you really make the difference is S&D wins you series, right? So, well, Levsty's going to have to make a serious play. He doesn't find you, though. Goodness, there's nice shots from Mickey there.
It is, but look at player number 1, Trizzy. He's the guy we need to look at. He's playing Creedy, and he's going to go on top, and he does take out Beats. Now Vitals is going to peek him. He takes him out. But player number 2 is Ritty. They do now know where he is, and they need to take care of him as quick as possible. Mickey comes on from behind, and this looks like that is it. 6-3 for Spartan, and I feel like that is 6 straight rounds.
Yeah, no, it was the side of Ascend that had a little bit of momentum. They got their rounds from the game of TDM, getting their first blood. But then Spartan just turned on the flame, man. They brought it back, and they went 6 straight rounds in a row. And great stuff to them. Hats off, you guys really turned it on, and now you're gonna have to take that into the HP. Because what I wanted to say a little bit earlier when we were talking about how S&D wins you games, if you're playing as a pickup team, your slaying potential can be huge. Yeah. But in S&D, it's all about teamwork and cohesion, and I think we're gonna have to see if that carries over into the next S&D. Yeah, if we run the distance.
if we do, yes, indeed. But I think we stay on Tuscan, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna have a look at this again, and we do stay on Tuscan. So it's Tuscan Hardpoint. Am I right by saying that?
It is looking like Berlin, if I'm looking at the maps here correctly.
Okay, so by my... there we go. They changed it.
No, it's better.
Okay.
Back.
Yeah, so it is Tuscan Hardpoint. And we saw the Hardpoint on Bowcage. Yes, Bowcage is a very, very different map to, I think, what we've played ever in our lives before. Because it's so... it's stupid to say the least. But now we're coming to a Tuscan, a bit more... one of the better maps actually in this game. Does it play out the same way?
No, I think that now that Spartan has found their momentum or their groove, if you will. So they had that first map as reps to see if they could get their shot on again. And I think they've done that now. They have showed it, as even someone like Heroes managed to bring it back from a 0-4 to I think he ended on 5-6 or something like that. But he really brought it back for his team. So I think everyone's got their guns up, and now we're going to have to see the head-to-head in terms of these two teams. So I think it's going to be a great respawn, and hopefully we get to see that 249 to 250.
Yeah, hopefully we do see it. And we'll see now with Beach just chucking a nade over here, and he's most likely going to play on top. Yeah, he does spot Coach. He does take him out, so getting that first kill is very, very important. But now he's the only one left alive, as all of his teammates has fallen.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help if you lost alive away from the hill, as time is still going the way of Ascent, uncontested. The first 20 seconds free for them, if you will. And Trizzy just going back-to-back 2-0 now for himself, trying to build a streak here. But as he does that, Caster's Curse gets the timing and gets cut off the hill as Spartan gets a little bit of assertion.
Yeah, it's a great play from him, but just a bit too late with that rotation back. And look at that, it's all red on my side as every single person of Ascent has fallen. And now the rotation is going to come in as Beats with absolute beams from top Church, as he just takes care of business. And player number 8, he's going to be the one in contest, but it isn't Trizzy. It's Trizzy coming out on top, and he's going to be met by another 2 players from Spartan. It's like they're everywhere.
He's like, yeah, this is clearly Spartan's bread and butter here, as it seems to be turning it up, as the kill feed has been red for the last 30 seconds, I'd say, as they managed to clear that hill. Finally, Coach trying to be that first player to break on into this hill, as he's just waiting for some reinforcements to come on through. But at the moment, nothing really happened. Quite stale for the side of Ascend here, as this hill has been completely uncontested, as Heroes finds 5 for himself, while with an automaton in the hill.
That is crazy. That weapon is too good, as Vitals comes out on top with the 2 beautiful kills. But now it is in the hands of Ascent. 20 seconds left. And if you're Spartan at this stage, you just say, give it up. And let's make sure we've got next.
And that's exactly what they have done. Number 7, Mr. Beats himself being that anchor, holding the spawns. Number 1, Trizzy and Coach going back-to-back there on the rotational kills now. So he's going to try and burly his way onto the hill, onto Vitals. He finds one. He's going to challenge Beats, but he can't quite find the kill. But still spawns in favor of Spartan on this hill.
He was feeling himself, and if he got that kill, believe me, we would have seen that clip for a long while, but he doesn't get that kill, and now it looks like Ascend needs to break this hill. Beats is still at the back, guns one. Oh, he's running out of bullets, but he's, well, at least he's got the opponents to count on, taking off their own players.
Well, this hill has been a nice little bit of contest, but still time going the way of Spartan. Trying to break it on through now is going to be Trizzy. Trizzy's really trying to be that fast, aggressive SMG player. He's doing a fantastic job of that. Even though he gets cut down, say 50% of the time, the other half he is securing the hill like now, playing in and around it. He finds, potentially another one, but his teammates are there to help him out. 15 seconds. We will be seeing a rotation come through. And number 5, that's going to be Heroes versus Ritty. It's going to be a huge 1-on-1 to win here as Ritty shoots him in the back.
Yeah, absolute timing coming in there. But it's Mickey does spot Ritty. He does get him. Does he now go back on top? But it is Left Cities there that's gonna contest him. But there is a trade that's coming in, and it's just literally trades coming in with the rotation here.
Well, now it looks like people set up on the hill is going to be Ascend as they manage to take the lead momentarily. As the first set of pushes come through from Spartan, they break on through, well, the contest rather, as Mickey trying to be that entry player at the moment. Will he find one? He does. Looking for the second. Nice little pre-fire coming up, but can't quite find the kill. But still, trades on trades on trades on trades. No real assertion here. We need to see a nice big 2-piece coming out from one of the players, or potentially 3-piece, but still not to be. Ritty last one alive as he finally gets cut down, and the hill back in control for the side of Spartan.
It is in their control, but look at the rotation. It is Trizzy always a step in front as it guns down Vitals, and he's on one. He is 13 and 10. He's got 30 seconds in heal, but he's always that guy with the rotation, and he's going to try and find Mickey as well, but that's a bit too much for him as now 2 players have fallen. The question is, how long does Spartan take to get into this heal, because the timer keeps ticking.
Well, they still have that little bit of a cushion there, but as you said, that Mickey flies on through. He finds one. Trizzy still trying to be that entry player, but unable to wait for his teammates. Just potentially a little bit of maybe 1 or 2 seconds later, and then he could do the double chow. But he's just trying to show the tempo that he has at the moment. He's trying to show everyone that he's out here to slay, and I think that's also another consequence of the side of a pickup team is everyone's trying to play for the show. And as I said, that 4 go down now for the side of Ascent, and this massacre continues on P4.
Indeed it does, and just look at Beats. He's got streaks. He's 18 and 7 on a 5 streaks. Damn, that was quick, but Mickey finding 5. He's on a 5 streak of his own, so a couple streaks coming in there for Spartan, and probably the perfect heal to use it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. This nice open P1 as we're going into our second set of rotation. Set up on the hill is going to be Ascend, but if anything's to boot, here comes the first set of streaks. I believe it's Heroes calling them in. It is indeed one person off the hill. And just like that, you have that one player advantage. Trizzy finds a bit of a trade, but gets cut down. So it's just trades on trades on trades on trades at the moment. And Mickey coming out on top of the hill.
Yeah, just for the meanwhile, Mickey came up there, but it is Left that he's still finding the kills. And it doesn't look like Spartan is going for him as he finds even more. But at least the trade does come in as Beats finds 2 more. He's on a 3 streak yet again, and he finds another. And it's just contests and contests. But Trizzy comes out on top yet again as Heroes turns and burns and finds another. He's 14 and 14. He's going neutral. And this is a hectic hard point yet again, Connor.
Oh, well, it is blow for blow, but still having said that, even though it is hectic and we're seeing some nice sort of flashy plays being played by Ascent, they're not picking up hill time as the boys over at Spartan have doubled their score completely. Rotation and the next hill in control for them. So now, really tough one. Ritty trying to work his way around the back here, trying to pick up this flank to see if he can't find this player, just securing it. He finds Beats with the timing. Almost gets cut down.
Damn, Heroes just gets timing there, but a beautiful kill coming in from him. And Left Cities is playing a very, very powerful role over here at top church. He's going to fight Beats here. He doesn't know if Beats jumped down or not, but Beats is just going to say, YOLO, I'm jumping over. And he just turned, and what a kill from him as 3 players now go down from Ascend yet again.
Well, back in the hill for Sparta, the Spartan boys, as they're going to be securing it, picking it up, and if they hold this point, they will be picking up 200 points, as Vitals is really abusing the movement at this point as he finds a quick 2-piece for himself. Contest coming through, 1! Looking to play a little bit longer, but Ritty is there for the trade. Ritty having a bit of a slow one at the moment. 10 and 22 needs to pick it up just a tiny bit, as the boys over at Ascend have eclipsed that 100-point mark, but rotation's coming through, and guess who's there first? It's Spartan.
Yeah, if you were saying this is not what you would want, right? You behind, you must make sure you've got the rotation in. And again, you see with rotation comes the situations where you put yourself in the best possible position, and it is all just red with Trizzy finding 1. He's finding 2 now. The only one left in the hill is Vitals, and he's now probably going to be pushed if they do that, and they're just leaving it.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a fragmented push from the side of Ascend there. Still trying to work on through. His coach gets some unlucky timing with his ammo as he gets cut down. 4 go down now for the side of Ascend once again. Coach lost live on this push. Streaks being called in. Just an absolute massacre at this point as the boys over at Spartan have really turned it up a gear. And 21 seconds. If I was them, they could honestly chalk up this hill, get set up on the next, and win it there. So now the real perfect hard point is going to be needed to be played by the side of Ascend on this rotation. And it's going to come down to Mr. Coach and Lev Cities to see if they can't break their way on through.
Oh, Vitals with a very, very important kill. And it's up to Coach now if he can just take out those 2 players. But no, he gets pinned from behind. And Riti is now going to try and get the spawn. I think Beats has spotted him. And yes, he does. And yet again, it is the team from Spartan that's situated back at spawn. And even more streaks now raining down.
Well, these are for some fantastic trades as Vital finds a quick 2-piece for himself, traded out by his teammate, and then back in control. So 25 seconds needed now as Beats finds all 4!
Jeez.
And he says, I can do it all. And slows down a push simply by himself. He's having a fantastic game, 32 and 16. And now 15 seconds, here comes potentially the last push from the boys over at Ascend.
Yeah, this Beats guy is crazy. It tells you why Spartan has picked him up as players just go falling for Ascend yet again. Beats finds one. He's going to see Riti. He finds the second. Going to fall now, but that is it. 250 to 133. And like I said, Tuscan plays way differently than Bocage.
Wow. This looks like Spartan's bread and butter completely, but nothing to take away from Beats. Oof. As if we're being honest, Beats took that whole team, put it on his back. Fantastic stuff there, Beats. Yeah. You are a legendary player. I can't believe you got a clean quad on a loser's final clean quad. You took the whole team down by yourself. You truly are a tyrant. So hats off to them. And like you said, Spartan, completely different beast on Tuscan, and they really, really showed through there as we're going straight into Berlin hardpoint.
Yeah. They're completely different, and this is going to be a Berlin hardpoint, as you mentioned. And for a pickup team, I think this is one of the biggest or the most difficult maps to play because so far to run for spawns. You literally need to get trades. If you don't get trade, you are almost opposite side of the world. So I have no idea how you play this. If I'm Ascend, all I know is stick with your teammates and make sure trades come down, then it's possible to take this to a map 5.
Yeah, well, I think if you are on the side of geez, like, why can't I think today? Sorry, guys, it's been a long day. Of Spartan, this is where you close it out because you're going to use your team cohesion to really pick apart those players. Because at the moment, like we saw, nothing to take away from Trizzy. He's a fantastic player, but he was trying to do it all by himself. Yeah. And that's never going to work out. You got to get your teammates. You got to gel together. Even though you're finding 3-4 pieces, maybe even a double or a triple, it's not going to help you out if your teammates aren't there to back you up. So they're going to have to try and work on that just a little bit. But anyways, let's jump on board here as we go into this Berlin hardpoint. And I think these boys at Spartan are going to close it out here.
Yeah, they're looking to do that. But you can see the fight's going down in hill. Heroes jumping out, finding a one flanking through. And Coach is the only one in front. And it's 2 people in the hill, and it's all 4 of Ascend trying to collapse in as they're trying to get Spartan out of this hill. Trizzy is on the right-hand side, doesn't clean up Heroes as he's just prone in the hill. But look at number 8. That is Mickey. He's coming in for a totally different flank. He gets one, gets the second, and this is job done. We're looking for rotation. And look at Vitals, playing number 6. He is the man making sure his team gets that spawn.
Well, he's just playing ring around the rosy with his teammates as Ritty survives. Just for a mere moment, as Vital's still trying to be that root man at this point, trying to get in the back here, so they're hunting him. Nice little bit of a distraction being played here as he will be able to slow down that first bit of time, just a little bit, as number 7, Beats, tries to break on into the hill, is unlucky. But Vitals with a huge flank here, he finds one. He finds nothing but the turn and burn as Coach gives it to him.
Yeah, no, Coach just gave it to him, but there was shots coming in from behind of Vitals. So not a total turn and burn, but he should be getting those skills. And it is Spartan now racking up some more time. But Ascend is giving them a go for their money.
No, absolutely. A run for their money. And, well, having said that, the kill feed went all red again. Final bit of contest coming through now, but is eventually thwarted as I believe it is going to be rotations coming on through. And looks like the boys over at Spartan are going to be doing a foot race towards the back.
Yeah, they doing that foot race, but Trizzy and Coach, they are the important people, and they got that down. Now, my question to Spartan is, how do you break this hill? It is so difficult if you don't have streaks to take that guy out at the back. What are you going to do? How are you going to break this? Let's see what they do. Jeez, Vitals. Dude, Beats is shooting lasers tonight.
He is a different beast altogether. Literal tyrant.
He's on a 4 streak. He's 7-4. Left City is just outside fire, waiting for his teammates. The best play he possibly could do. But look at Ascend. They're just waiting for their teammates. As Vitals pulls out the pistol, does find one, but does not get that trade in. As 2 players now fall, and it's only Left City's left on P1 side. Vitals is in that hill. He needs to get that, but look at Trizzy. Trizzy says, listen here. Let me just bait for you. I'm going to run in and I'm just going to go bonkers.
And having done that doesn't matter, as it's pretty much a full 60 points between these two teams. Rotations coming through. Coach all the way in the back, trying to catch these players on the rotation here. Trying to be that anchor player, if you will. But Heroes and his teammate, Vitals, just trying to work the flank here.
Yeah, Coach playing a beautiful place over here. He needs to get out. Oh. He played a very, very good angle. I think if he hit his shot, he'd probably most likely get Vitals there.
Yeah, well, it just unlucky timing for him. Couldn't quite land the shots. But as I say that, the boys over at Spartan bully their way on into the hill once again. Looking for the spread now as Beats as Left Cities with the ego child of the century. Pays for it dearly, as it is going to be, once again, the boys over at Spartan just holding control in and around that hill. And now here come the spawn kills, and it's going to get ugly as potentially some more streaks being worked as Beats fights 3. Beats, what are you on? I want some of it. That is some serious crack that we have to see. He finds out that streaks to his name, picks up an SMG. Don't get off him. I think he's going to secure full streaks.
I'm just going to sit here on him as he sees Left Cities, but he doesn't clean him up. His teammate does that for him. He's on a 5 streak, and I'm just going to stick on board with him to see what he can do as he picks up Coach, and they need to stop him. He finds another. He knows there's another. But he can do it with the AR. He does it with the SMG. Someone needs to stop this guy.
Okay, this. I feel like I'm watching pubs right now. He is just slaying everything down. He's still going. He's still going. That's 10 for him.
Yeah,
someone stop this man.
He's looking to drop a nuke on this competitive game with 10. Oh, it's crazy.
I'm at a loss for words. Beats, he's doing it all at the moment. He did it all in the S&D, in the previous HP, and he's looking to do it again here as he finds 11 for himself now. I think this is the longest streak I've seen in this game so far. So kudos to him as he is just really working it. Finally, Coach is the one to cut him down. But still, 100 points between these two teams. Wow, I'm at a loss for words. Beats, you are literally my dad.
He literally did it all for his team there. And the scoreline reflects that he's 20-7, and it is 138 and counting to 47. He's setting an hill with an AR that just beams, man. He's crazy good.
Well, that's
look at that.
I suppose it's so hard to do well when one person in the team can literally take out the entire team by himself twice in a row.
Yeah.
So. Looks like streaks being called into no avail just to slow down the push just a little bit as he's trying to get some fantastic shots onto Left Cities. He does indeed. And pretty much a full 60 secured for them now. And I think that's pretty much demoralizing as it gets for the side of Ascend. And moving on to the rotations here. Heroes flying on through.
And Beats is not stopping. He's on a 4 streak yet again. He sees Trizzy on statue, and he's most likely going to look for that kill. No, Trizzy just gets out with his life, but the player to look at is Heroes. And as I jump to him, he gets taken out, and he was the guy that we had, that had that spawns covered, all that flanks coming through. But now Ascend, they really need to pull something together.
Well, they're going to need to play near perfect HP at this point, otherwise they're going to be a 100-point club. So at this point, it's a bit scary for them as no one is in the hill, even though they have the presence needed. But Trizzy slowly picking up the time. A complete turnaround from his previous game as he's currently 8 and 21, having a slow one. But again, the boys over at Spartan bully their way on into the hill, and now it's fun for them, right? You can see Beats is looking for those kills. He's trying to find everything he can. He picks up kills. Look at this, he's still going. He's got the timing and the beams on his side. So he quickly picks up an SMG. He's having fun, and it's showing through as he's still 29 and 8. Absolutely on a different level.
We know it's late, right? I think this guy wants to get to bed because he wants to end as quick as possible. 29 and 8. He's on another 5 streak, and I just don't see any in its sight.
Yeah, well, for his streaks, definitely not. For this game, rather soon, as there is only 23 seconds needed now. 33 seconds needed now for the side of Spartan as they manage to pick up the spawns here on this rotation. And the time as we jump on board with Heroes, as he's going to be the man in the hill, but Ritty cuts him down. Well, Mickey and Beats, doesn't matter. They just cut everyone else down from the side of Ascend, and back in the hill they go. 19 seconds. Last push realistically from the side of Ascend, and this is, like you said, if you are not well practiced on this map, it is going to punish you, and boy, has it punished them.
Yeah, no, it's a wide open map, and if you don't have your teamwork down, this is going to be such a difficult map for you. As we can see with Ascend here, and that is game. Such a quick hard point, but that comes down to Beats doing what he did.
I'm at a loss for words. That is literally some of the most top tier Call of Duty I've seen in a while. That's 10 in a row for him. Look at how he's playing here. I mean, they know where he is, but he's unstoppable. He can do it with AR or SMG.
Dude,
he close
31 and 10. That
is a 3 KD.
That is crazy, man.
When do you ever see a 3 KD in a tournament game? I am shocked, genuinely shocked.
It is something that I've never. He is a freak of nature, and we can clearly see why AOs love Berlin. And yeah, man, GG's to Spartan. They took time to wake up, but that comes down to Ascend. You know, they just played a match against Astra, and they came out firing where Spartan took time to get going. And, you know, at the end of it was Ascend that ran out of steam.
Well, yeah, I think there's a strong possibility there. Like you said, that would have been the 8th game in a row.
Yeah.
So I suppose that does take it out of you eventually. But regardless, it took a little while for the side of Spartan to get all firing on all cylinders. But once they were there, boy, was that machine unstoppable. Nothing to take away from Ascendo. They were a pickup team and they made it this far. Not to be written off. They had a fantastic underdog story, but that's where it ends. But you know what's happening? We get to see the rematch that we all want to see. Spartan versus Nixa tomorrow. It's going to be a great one. Yeah. But other than that, what are the take-home messages from this map?
Yeah, man, like, let's just take it from the beginning. We had Bowcage, Hardpoint, and Ascent came out firing, as I mentioned. They steamrolled Spartan over it. I think Spartan had maybe a shock of how Ascent came to that game, and they got that W. We didn't see the W, unfortunately, because game issues, but Ascent came out firing, taking that first Hardpoint. But then, from then onwards, it's just all Spartan. Ascend took the search and destroy 3-0 ahead, and then 6 rounds in a row to Spartan, where I feel like that comes down to Heroes, the IGL of Spartan. He was 0-4 and then turned things around, trying different playstyles and trying something different, and that's why they got the W on that search and destroy. And then the 2 hard points was just, you know, picture perfect from Spartan. And as Ascend, obviously with their pickups, it is difficult if you haven't been playing together for too long, and you had a daunting team like Spartan and you just couldn't get it done. But they beat Astra, and Astra have been playing together for quite a while. So if I'm Ascend, I'm definitely not hanging my head.
Absolutely not. You guys had a fantastic run. But yeah, like you said, it was almost like they flipped a switch, the side of Spartan, wasn't it? Like halfway through that SND, they reckoned, this isn't us, guys. Let's pick it up. And so they did, and they kept that momentum. And then Beats, like we said, we'll stop praising him eventually. But tonight is his night. As he in those 2 HPs was just a different demon altogether. So huge shout out to them. Yeah. Fantastic stuff. Spartans came out on top today. GG's. We'll be seeing you tomorrow at, I believe you said 8 o'clock or 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night on my channel. So we'll be seeing you over there, which is exciting stuff. And it's going to be back. It's going to be